It's almost 10:30. I started working out maybe about 9 o'clock. Did my push-ups, did my sit-ups, did my jumps, did my resistance bands. And I don't know what I want to talk about. I'm listening to a lot of news. I'm listening to conspiracy. I'm listening to martial law. I'm listening to Biden. I'm listening to Trump. And I'm thinking, no one talks about fruit. What the heck? No one talks about fruit. So I'll talk about fruit. What does fruit mean to me? What it means to me is one, knowing what I know, the world can change dramatically if they start eating fruit. And that's why I push pretty much every single day. I give out my free whips, smoothies almost daily. Give my classes almost daily. I'm just a freaking dishwasher who believes in fruit, especially bananas. Now let's take a look at it. At age 74 years old, going on 47. Do you know what that means? At age 74, going on 47. If I'm going on 47, it means I could work another 18 years. No problem. If I'm just 47, I don't need any medication. Zero. I don't have to worry about the corona because it only affects people over 70 years old. And the only reason why they're effective is they have underlying compromised immune system. What is that about? Let's take a look. Keep in mind, I'm just a dishwasher, believe in fruit. I'm a little upset that no one talks about the fruit connection. That's why I started growing 9 fruit trees in my bedroom. I'm going to make it soon to be 13. And my goal is to have these 25, 30 fruit trees in my house. Start growing some other stuff in my house. Then around April comes along, we'll go towards outside. When you eat fruit continually, you're not eating dead food. What does that mean? I am not eating dead food. If I'm eating fruit, which is God's gift to me, having glucose, which is the basis of my energy. We need glucose to work efficiently, to move our arm, boom, boom, boom. 85% of our needs is based on glucose, and fruit has all the glucose we need. As soon as you cook a food, it becomes dead. Almost no nutrients. What does that mean? So if I have all this glucose and all this live energy, I have the glucose, the protein, the vitamins, the minerals, the fatty acids, and what in a complete package. That's how life is. When you're given food that has a complete package, you're meant to eat it. If it's not a complete package, you're not meant to eat it. That's simple, that pure. When you're cooking food above 115 degrees, it's destroyed. So here I am eating all this fruit, mostly fruit, 10, 15 knives, and watermelon, boom, 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 boom. I get the energy of life that stays in me, that allows me to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, work out maybe for 30, 45 minutes, go to work, boom, 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 come home, boom, boom, boom. 9 o'clock at night, I'm ready to rock and roll again. 11 o'clock, 11:15, I'm in bed. If I'm eating fruit, almost impossible for me to get sick. Because I'm not eating dead food, it doesn't stay in my system. It doesn't create acid waste. Because if it creates acid waste, then my body does not like it. Body's not designed to run on acid waste. It never makes mistakes. So it uses its forces to expel it. You know what it means? It uses its forces, our innate wisdom, to expel that which does not belong in there. What does that mean? It uses its innate wisdom to expel food that we are not designed to eat. We're only designed to eat food that meets 6 qualifications. Only fruit and veggies meet that 6 qualifications. So what does that mean? If I'm eating dead food, how do you think it affects my thinking? How does it affect my thinking? If I'm eating a dead animal, what do you think my body says? It gets angry, it gets depressed. gets emotional roller coaster. Becomes very easily agitated, and comes up with these fear factors because you're taking in the animal's fear, which means you're more prone to being in fear when someone else says something. Does that ring a bell? When you're driving down a car, you see people with masks. When you're walking down the street, you see people with masks. They're in a fear mode. They took their power and gave it to somebody else. I'm a fruit guy, you know me. I get my power from upstairs, boom, boom, rock and roll, in the dream. Age 70, almost 74, going on 47. That's the way it is. That's the way it is when you're young and vibrant. There's no fear. There's also clarity of thought, which means I have no gunk inside. If I have clarity of thought, then I have a different way of thinking, looking at things. When they're talking martial law, they're talking Biden, they're talking Trump, they're talking inflation, and I'm talking fruit. What the heck is that about? I'm thinking of lemon trees, I'm thinking of fruit, I'm thinking of apples, peaches, watermelon, bananas, and man, that's the way to go. Self-dependent, without relying on anybody for food. Which means when I go in a supermarket, I think of one thing. How long does this food stay in my system? And can my body tolerate it? I eat cooked food. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do eat cooked food. I do fall for it. I don't want my body to be so pure that it's called the yellow canary theory. I'm not going to even get into that. But I eat cooked food. But mostly, I would say 85, 90% of my diet is fruit. I mean, it works for me. It's because I'm a young rock and roll stud, man. So, what I say to you, if you have any fear, add fruit. Become real clear, and it also lessens the fear that you're in control. You don't give your power away to somebody else. If you're afraid, more fruit, more bananas. You don't have to pick up the energetic vibration of the animal that was just killed. You don't pick that up. You don't have that fear. You have love in your side of eating that fruit from God's creation. If you're depressed, fruit is the key. What that means is the body is in exhilaration for having love inside, not death. You just can't get moving. You're like in a quandary of obsessiveness. More fruit. You listen to the news, see it's to your benefit. You're able to hear. You're able to feel their decisions. And how does it affect you? I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. But I'm fine with that. Because I know I live my life to the fullest. And God will protect me.